Have you ever wished you could create content that would allow you to stand out as the leader in the authority and position you in the marketplace as the trusted go-to advisor, while at the same time making a ton of sales? If so, stick around, watch today's video through until the very end, as I'm about to share with you the simple 4-step process to create content that positions you as the leader while simultaneously making sales. With that said, if this is your first video, my name is Misha Wilson, and over the course of the last 2 years, I've done over $15 million in total sales. I've created a bunch of content, some of which I did the right way, and some of which I did the very wrong way. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the biggest discoveries that I've had about content creation that have allowed me to grow my business at record speed. As always, if you get value, let me know what your biggest takeaway is in the comments section below, and hit that subscribe button and that bell icon notification button so that you're notified when I do more videos just like this. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right in.
Welcome to the Misha Wilson Show, where we show you how to create massive success online so you can enjoy the lifestyle of your wildest dreams.
All right, so once again, what we're going to be talking about here today is how to create content that positions you as the leader in the authority, but also allows you to make sales. So the first thing we want to start with is really understanding why we create content, right? Now, the reason why at a core level we create content is to be able to gain attention, because he or she who has attention can naturally kind of dominate a marketplace. So we want to gain attention, we want to position ourselves as we gain attention, while at the same time making sales. So what we want our content to do specifically is position ourselves as the leader in the authority, build trust with our audience, build credibility with our audience, build a relationship with an audience that allows that audience to go from a place of being skeptical, not knowing who you are, to being warmed up to who you are, liking what you're about, liking your core messaging, coming ultimately to a place of wanting to go ahead and purchase. All right, so really at a core level, that's why we create content and what we need our content to do if we're gonna execute correctly. So with that said, step one is very simply to get crystal clear on who we're actually creating content for. And I always start with the who in all my various trainings. In many of my videos, I constantly touch on the importance of starting with the who, and a few people who watch these videos all the time will get it and they'll say, oh my God, that's why Misha was talking about that way back when. But when it comes to content creation, it is especially important. All right, because what we need to do with our content is we need to create content that gives our audience what we call results in advance. All right, so what we want to do is we want to create content that when we put out into the world, our audience can go through our content, get value out of our content before they ever buy something from us, be able to execute on what we've taught them within that content and get a result in advance of us asking for the sale. When we're constantly giving our audience content that allows them to get results in advance of us asking for the sale, what we're doing is not only creating content, we are simultaneously creating desire and trust, desire for our products and trust that we are the person that people should buy from within our marketing. All right, so now above all else, starting with the who is absolutely important, and understanding what the big problems those people face are so that we can create content answering and solving those big problems. Now, this is very kind of tied into number one, but step two is to create content that answers what we call preemptive buying decision questions. All right, so ideally, what you want your content to do is you want your content to give results in advance, give value before asking for the sale, while simultaneously answering a preemptive buying decision question. And I know that's a mouthful. Very simply put, a preemptive buying decision question, sounds super fancy, I like saying it fast, is just very simply a question that people will ask before they make a purchase, before they make a buying decision. So essentially, it's an objection, right? So if you look at any marketplace, there will always be, the core questions that people need answered before they make a buying decision. And if you're good at your job as the actual marketer, as the salesman, Your sales piece, whether it's a video sales letter or a webinar or a written sales letter, whatever the medium is, that sales piece should bring up, address, and answer that preemptive buying decision question before the person even ever asks it, right? So as an example, let's say we're hosting a webinar, right? You could, throughout the webinar, say, and a lot of people wonder if they can do this even if they have zero technical skills. Well, I'm here to tell you, yes, you absolutely can, because with this thing, you can do this even if you have no tech skills and even if you're just getting started. And check out this case study of this person who had no tech skills and still saw success, right? Maybe a little bit later in the presentation, you could say, and a lot of people wonder if they can do this even if they don't have any sales experience. Well, I'm here to tell you that yes, you absolutely can, because with this thing, 95% of all the selling is done for you. And check out this other case study of this person who saw success without having any sales experience. So in that scenario, you would have one or two options, right? You could either not answer the question, and what would happen is you would get to the end of the webinar and then those questions would not be answered, and everyone would be on the webinar saying, can I do this without technical experience? You'd have to put out that fire. Can I do this without sales experience? You'd have to answer that question and put out that fire live. Or you can answer the question before it ever comes up. And that's what we want to do with our content. All right, so we want to get crystal clear on what those questions are, what those problems are that people think, God, I can't do this because I don't have this skill, what those objections are that people have. And we want to create content that, once again, gives results in advance and gives value in advance while simultaneously answering those preemptive buying decision questions. Now, step 3 is very simply to have a call to action in every single piece of your content. All right, so many times I see people create content, they have really good content that gives results in advance, that answers a preemptive buying decision question. That actually doesn't happen all that often, but usually the content is very high quality, but then no one tells their audience what to do. All right, we are direct response marketers, meaning we need to direct the response that we want our audience to take, and then from there, we need to be able to measure how many people are doing it and how we need to optimize that process. So in every single piece of your content, whether it's a video, whether it's a YouTube video, whether it's a blog post, whether it's a Facebook post, whatever it might be, constantly be telling people what to do, how to do it, and constantly be measuring how many people are doing it. If it's a YouTube video and you want to make a sale, tell someone to download a free gift. That brings them to a sales process. If it's a YouTube video and you want to build your subscriber base, tell people to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon notification button, just like I did 5 minutes ago, so that they take that action and then measure the results of you telling them to take that action. All right, once again, the difference between making content that makes you a ton of sales and zero sales oftentimes just comes down to you telling people to actually make the buying decision and purchase something, or at least telling them to go through a sales funnel, claiming a free lead magnet that results in them going ahead and purchasing something. How can you expect people to buy from you if you never actually tell them to buy? So that's step 3. And finally, step 4 is to become a master at content distribution. And this is one place where I completely and totally dropped the ball for the first 5 years of my internet marketing journey. I'd create good, high quality content. I'd give results in advance. I'd answer preemptive buying decision questions. I would inspire my audience with stories. I did all of it when it comes to content creation formulas. I tried all of it, but then I did not distribute my content well enough. So if you look at what we're doing now, when I have this YouTube video done, this YouTube video will then become a little 2 or 3 minute clip on Instagram. It'll also become a little 2 or 3 minute clip on Facebook. I might do a Facebook story about this video. I might do a TikTok about this video. I might do an Instagram story about this video. I'll do a blog post that has this video on it. I'll mail this video to my actual email list. I will do everything I possibly can to distribute and promote my content. All right, for the first 5 years, I had the mindset of if I build it, they will come. And when it comes to content creation, that is not the case. I learned that the hard way. So when you create content, realize that that's half the battle. The other half of the battle is promoting your content. And if you promote good, high quality content that gives results in advance, that answers preemptive buying decision questions, that has a call to action, ideally a call to action that adds value, meaning it's a call to action that allows someone to purchase something at some point, but before telling them directly to buy, you're telling them to claim a free download, a free gift, a free report, once again, just giving value to the audience. If your content is of that quality, once again, you can promote that content all day long. Your audience will not get burned out. The more you promote it, the more your audience will like it, because your audience will enjoy going through your content. And at the end of the day, if you have high quality value, if you're entertaining, and if your content helps people move from point A to point B, by doing everything we discussed in this video, people will thank you for aggressively promoting you and your value. So with that said, I hope you got a ton of value out of this video. Remember, start with the who, give them results in advance, answer preemptive buying decision questions. Once again, always have a call to action and distribute your content throughout all your various channels. And there's no reason why you can't create a ton of content that makes a bunch of sales. With that said, if you got value, let me know what your biggest takeaway was in the comments section below. Don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that bell icon notification button, so that you're notified when I do more videos just like this. And until next time, over and out.